Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage of the final round lead card back 9 at the 2022 Armageddon at Redstone Disc Golf Park, powered by Probesco. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ashton.
Thanks for joining us for this exciting finish. We've got some awesome trophies up for grabs, and one of our lead card players is kind of running away with it.
Yeah, really nice round from Joe so far. Everyone else having a decent one as well, but he's definitely putting a move on us, so let's see if anyone can heat up on the back nine.
Yeah, for sure. We've got Joe out in front with 21 under par, Ashton at 14 under, Luca at 11 under, and John at 7 under. And we also have Isaac Sassanima Howard coming up from Chase Card.
Yeah, he's sneaking himself into the mix.
Yeah, so plenty at stake for the podium here.
Yeah, Team Red also ahead by a little bit. I'll just sneak that in there.
Team West Coast. Oh wait, Team Christchurch?
Team Christchurch.
Team Christchurch, sorry, yeah. Hole 10, par 3, 103 metres, water carry hole, pretty scary. Just put one out there, hopefully crash into the trees. You don't want to go too far long, because if you do, you've got a scary comeback.
Yeah, so clear the water, and that's the first goal, really. Joe throwing a meteor here. He's got a lot of turn on it. And kicks off the backstop tree and bounce. Exactly how
Perfect.
You draw it up.
Not a dangerous putt whatsoever. Takes a lot of the pressure out.
This looks like a halo leopard for John.
This is
and
huge.
He has boomed it. A little bit unlucky not to catch the tree, but he's safe.
Nothing wrong with that. This is a Firestorm from Luca. Very fast driver.
Yep, and he's out to the left. He'll be safe.
And you're throwing a PD3?
That's just a regular PD, and it's also quite nose up, which is why it will splash down in the water.
Unlucky. This one was playing the second hardest of the final round. So you're going to have to run it from the drop zone. Ooh, gave it plenty of height.
Yeah, gave it a chance. It's a tough drop zone to run.
Coming off another bogey. So yeah.
Yeah, not what I was looking for
Not
there.
a great patch of your round.
Kind of turning my attention towards Luca now. The lead looks like it's definitely out of reach. John just laying up for his par. That's smart with the water behind. Joe with the best drive of the bunch, and he cashes the birdie.
Yeah, really pushing out his lead now. 22 under par, quite impressive. Oh, Ashton.
Yep, drop in the bogey putt. That's not what you want.
John can clean up his par.
Yep, gaining a lot of strokes with the par there. Same with Luca.
Now there's really a battle.
Yep.
One stroke in it for second.
How to make things interesting, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Well, this hole can definitely make things interesting with a very reachable green, but there's a giant golf green OB in the middle of the fairway, and there's OB long, so really need to get a pinpoint accuracy on your drive.
Yeah, you've got the hill to stop you, so you can really put a lot into it and just hope to check up right under the pin. Halo Destroyer out of Joe.
That's such a joy to watch.
Straight at it. Digs in the hill.
So good.
Textbook.
Couldn't play that better.
I think this is a grace or a ride
Yeah,
out of
grace.
John. A grace.
Yeah. That's about 11 speed, I think.
Yeah.
But it's leaking left. And it's, found that OB long. It's kind of unlucky.
Another hole with a lot of OB really close to the basket. It's probably a destroyer from Luca. Checks up on top of the hill. He'll have a level putt with the basket.
It's fading a little early, but it might, it just hits that bank and it sticks.
Saved by the hill.
Oh, very close for John.
Yeah, it's a good run. He's nice and close still.
Have to settle for bogey, unfortunately. Oh, great birdie.
Sweet circle two putt for Luca.
How good. See that one again. Really fortunate catch. Just a little bit weak side, but falls its way into the basket.
So I'm a little bit closer than Luca here, but he showed me how to do it.
Perfect. Strong side.
Definitely needed that bounce back after a double bogey. Joe with an absolute tap-in on one of the hardest holes.
And just continuing such a strong round. What's going on there?
Yeah, so Joe just throwing soft flip-up Halo Destroyers.
Easy as that, hey? Hole 12, par 3, 71 metres, double Mando. Pretty short hole. I think might be the shortest of the weekend. Second shortest?
Yeah, it's close with 17. Pretty
but
similar hole to 17. Just hit the gap and hope to get a bit of ground play.
Just got to watch out for the sides. It's a pretty tight fairway and also long of the basket.
So Joe's hit the gap perfectly, but he did check up behind a tree, so he could have a little bit of a funny look.
Oh.
Luca makes the gap, but he goes out to the right and he stays OB.
Too much power, and he's out of bounds, but he'll have an open look. That side of the green is pretty open.
That's just too high.
Yeah, really low ceiling on this one.
Yeah. Mindbender again out of John. He's loving this disc. It's definitely one of his new favourites, and you can see why. Nice and straight and glidey.
He'll be right next to Joe there behind that tree, which isn't a terrible place to be. You can just kind of do a straddle out. Oh, getting caught up in that foliage.
Yeah, giving it a run there.
Oh, just low from Luca. Couldn't save his par.
Yep, simple straddle from Joe, and he's got the turkey to start the back nine. He is in cruise control. John on the other side of the tree.
Also, beautiful birdie. So, for those who are unfamiliar with Joe, what can you tell us about his time in the sport?
He just throws really far. He's been on the tour for a wee while, but these last few tournaments he's really breaking through. He's just coming off a win up in Tauranga, and he's cruising home for a win here. So he's definitely one to watch.
Yeah, he plays a lot with Jay in Christchurch.
Yeah, pretty.
And they push each other quite a lot.
Pretty formidable duo there.
Yeah. And I believe Jay is not playing this because he's on his honeymoon.
Yeah.
Or getting married. Or
Congratulations, Jay.
So shout out to Jay for that.
Joe's actually, I think he might have been talking about a roller on this shot and not gave it quite enough.
Okay.
If he got over on it, it could have been parked.
Well, I mean, he kind of did throw a roller, except it went backwards.
Yeah, wrong direction. But he manages to stay safe. When you've got that many strokes, you can start looking at some eagle runs like that.
John throwing his DD3. Also and kind of throwing a roller.
Roll.
Is that... it goes OB in the creek. Almost the exact same place he got went out of bounds on hole 4.
If you were with us for the front nine, you'll remember his disc was in that exact spot.
That's lovely. Got to be happy with that.
Yeah, that one was pretty happy.
Yeah.
Got the turn that I needed. Didn't fade out.
Luca throwing a Kahu. This must be pretty flippy.
He's got a lot of height on that one.
It kind of just stalls out. Hopefully he's made it across. Or okay, didn't make it across, but he's not in the creek.
Yeah,
so
it's long enough to be past the OB.
I'm throwing an eagle, so controllable fairway, but I'm not sure if that was
these looks
where he wanted.
Similar to Ryan's look from the feature card, and there's that really long, well, not long, but sticky grass under those trees.
So John just threw it into a tree, but he's at the opening of that line of trees.
It's a good shot from Joe from where he was off the tee. He's given himself a chance for birdie there.
Luca's made it into the green. He'll have a look for par. Nothing wrong with that. Playing the hole pretty straightforward. Oh,
Yeah, so
going for a bit of skip action there?
that was a bit of a tilt skip. I hit the ceiling in the previous round, so I was trying to take that out of play.
Right.
John sliding one up to the basket. That's well done.
So Joe could run this if he wanted to. Oh, and he is.
He does, and he gets medal.
Imagine getting a birdie from that position.
Nearly an amazing scramble for birdie.
That's a good par. Luca didn't make it across the creek, so nothing wrong with a par with that drive. A good birdie for you, Ashton.
Yeah, happy with that one.
And here we can see a couple of spectators on the card. I mean, you've had your dad caddying for you the whole round.
Shout out to Jeremy for carrying the bag.
It's awesome. And now I think we've got Luca's family as well joining the card.
Yeah, over from the coast as well to watch.
Hole 14, par 4, 201 metres, another long one. Get it right out of the hand to clear the creek and some of these branches up high. And then it should be smooth sailing up the fairway. Can pretty easily reach the basket in two. But there are some branches around the basket and that tree right behind it, which can make things difficult.
Yeah, definitely. So most of us will be looking at an anhyzer on here, trying to fade out straight down the fairway to get some extra distance.
Ooh, that's got a lot of angle.
Yeah, it's probably a
Pretty stable disc.
little bit lower than I would have liked, but it's in the fairway. Joe ripping on a wraith here, and he has given this one the height.
Ooh, that is so high.
Yeah.
That's unreal. That's probably better than Vaughan's in the first round.
Distance to Vaughan's from the first round. Great drive.
Really good result.
Luca trying to match that.
This needs to hold the turn, but it looks like it's flexing out.
Yeah, maybe slightly more overstable disc than Joe threw there. Trusty DD3 from John.
Oh no. Oh, so it turned into a roller.
Bounces over the water and checks up safe. Lucky break there for John.
Wow. Yeah, I completely lost that one, but good result considering it could have gone back into the creek.
That's a nice forehand out of John as well.
Yeah, there's no OB fairways on these holes, so you can play kind of either line if you end up on the left side, almost playing back up hole 3's fairway.
Yeah, he's put himself back in contention for a par there.
Well, this looks a little bit wide.
Yeah, this is a
wider than you wanted.
Nice grip lock for you. It's pin high, but
fortunately, there's not much that can go wrong. It's a wide open fairway, just not quite the direction you wanted to hit. Luca needs to hit a direction here. Oh, kind of got caught up in that tree.
Yeah, trying to cross back into the regular fairway.
So he'll be up again. See if he can get this one around, and he can. Skipping long. That's a great throw.
Yeah, he's managed to find circle from a tough spot. Joe's got a putter into the green from here.
Makes life easy.
And
a bit
giving
deep.
it a run potentially as well. Strokes to play with, why not?
Some would argue you play safe when you've got strokes to play with because you don't have to run everything. So John's left himself a bit to go on the green. Are you running this?
I think I'm giving this one a floaty bid.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Isaac's at the moment. Ooh.
Yeah, bit of a half run.
Great par save for Luca on that left side of the fairway and catching that early tree.
Yeah, that third shot was great to get him in contention for a par there.
Great birdie from Joe. His putting is just so consistent. It's unreal.
Just clinical.
Yep.
Super casual.
Speaking of casual, we've got John. He's coming up a bit short. Clean up your par. And this might be a bogey from John. He's going to drop down to -5. Onto hole 15.
So, hole 15, another great hole. You're just looking to put one straight and skip around these trees at the end here. Good separator hole. There's a lot of danger you can get yourself into if you don't put it far enough and skip in.
Yeah, really protected. You want to be on the right-hand side or even long to get a good look at it.
Yeah, it's really just asking you to throw the straight to fade. And
also height control is super important as well.
Joe's gone and done that. And just catching a tree at the end, a little bit too high.
I honestly reckon the wide skip shot's a play. But obviously you bring in the tree on the right off the tee.
Yeah,
this looks beautiful if it can come back.
Got a little bit more turn than I was looking for there.
Oh, there is OB on the right there as well.
Really lucky not to find the water.
A firestorm from Luca.
High speed.
Super high speed.
He's crashing the trees. Can he get lucky?
Yeah, oh, wow.
Yeah.
It works all the way behind the basket.
Pushed into circle's edge.
It's quite impressive.
Got a
sneaky route through there.
Big Z vulture out of John, I think. It's a fresh one in the bag.
Yeah, it's the first time we've seen it this round.
Nice shiny new disc.
Does John enjoy throwing fresh discs in a tournament round? Just like straight in the bag, straight in the course?
Yeah, he's been known to pick up a new disc and just rip it for a full tournament. His Atomic Huia, I think he bought at the Bros for Change event and then ended up nearly winning it pretty much just throwing that disc.
If you haven't seen that, go back and watch it ahead of this year's upcoming Bros for Chains. Should be a great tournament.
Joe just clipping a tree there.
Okay, we've got Luca with a look for birdie now, but I think this will be a par frame for our lead card.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get the two on. There's a lot of Guardian trees.
This one played at just 0.2 over par. A lot of these holes actually played pretty close to par. Just shows that there's a good even scoring spread. Luca just letting that one slip. Maybe just getting a little bit tired. Probably not really that tournament practiced.
Yeah, that might come into it. He needed that one to stay close with a few holes to go.
Hole 16, par 455. Mando left straight off the tee. Right turning fairway down to a pocket green next to a paintball fence.
Yeah, so this one was surprisingly one of the easier holes on the round. You're just looking to get out into the fairway and then get yourself around the corner. Two pretty stock shots, as long as you make the gap.
Joe throwing his Wraith. This looks fantastic.
Yeah, once again, those Wraiths just getting him a nice full flight, and he's looking straight at the basket.
Easy as that. That'll be a putter into the green. Oh, this looks a little bit left. And catching that gum leaf. Or branch.
Yeah.
More than a leaf.
Trying to get it to turn out into the open there, but just caught a tree. John's ripped one super close to the Mando tree, but he makes it out. And he's got good distance on it as well.
Mm-hmm. And probably a destroyer from Luca.
Could be that Firestorm again.
Oh, actually,
he's been throwing that a lot. He's out on the left there. He'll have a couple of trees to contend with, but he's looking at the basket.
Oh, this is super wide.
This is an Essence, super flippy fairway, and it's pretty beat in as well.
Why did you go for the turnover rather than the forehand?
Don't trust forehand at that distance quite yet.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You threw it pretty well on hole 4.
Yeah, I guess so. In the moment, you know.
Yeah.
Go to what you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And John knows the daggers pretty well.
Doesn't really work for him there. He's still circle 2, so he's got work to do.
Stock forehand up from Joe.
Throwing that zone, trusty zone.
Yeah, too easy. Making the hole look simple.
Joe keeping clean on this final round. Stock standard for Luca. Let's see if John can get a highlight to finish off his round.
Yeah, he had a lot of branches in the way there. Had to be a lot of hyzer on that one.
Now you're probably looking at this one to try and gain some strokes heading into the final couple of holes. And she nailed it.
Yeah, really happy with that one. Haven't hit many long putts this round, so good
Thanks
to get one in there.
Thanks to Dish Shop. Get the replay of that. Great putt. Heart of the chains. That was always going in.
And another birdie from Joe. He's putting together an amazing round.
26 under par. Phenomenal for this course. Almost double second.
Yep.
Unreal. Hole 17, par 3, 61 metres, the shortest hole of the course. Playing as the tied easiest with hole 2. Couple of routes, forehand, backhand. There's even a wide skip, kind of like hyzer shot that I played during my practice round, and it worked all right. But
looking like
a zone from
that was potentially tracking the basket as well if it wasn't for that tree.
Straight at it, but catching a couple of branches.
Yeah, a little bit of an early release.
Mindbender again from John.
Yep, he's obviously
Beating that one
liking
in.
it.
Yeah. And a rock 3 from Luca. Bit too high, but can it sneak through? Nope. So our lead card kind of getting caught up with hole 17 here. No one's really on the green. You've got an open look though.
Yeah, pretty lucky to fall in a spot like this. Going to the knee because there's a bit of branches in the way.
Oh, just low.
Yeah, not quite enough.
Luca's a tiny bit closer and a bit more open. And just low. Let's see if Joe can get the birdie. Oh,
So close.
Just off left. So we're going to see no birdies on our lead card.
Easiest hole, but we couldn't get it done.
Oh, you got 2 star frames in a row, hole 2 and 3, so that was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's going to be a par frame, I think.
Yep, tapping in for our pars. It's pretty much all done and dusted at this stage, so everyone's got a lot of separation on the lead card, so we're really... We didn't have any internet connection as well, so we don't really have a clue what's happening with the rest of the players from Chase Cards, so we're all just finishing up our rounds, really.
Just playing as best you can.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. Playing the course. As we head into hole 18, the island hole. Such an exciting hole to finish, and we've got the entire tournament gallery surrounding the green. Such a good throw from Joe with his zone. He's made it.
Puts it in the circle, looks like it's about 5 or 6 metres.
How good. Throwing a Neo method.
Yeah, a little bit of overstability, just aiming at the gap and let it fade in.
Perfect throw. It's going to fade in nicely. Pin high. Can't do much better than that.
And we've got Kyle with the green flag. Good to see.
John throwing a vulture. Interesting choice. But it works.
Getting skippy.
Incredible.
Giving the crowd something that would have been cool if he skipped it up and got close to chains.
And Luca, rock 3. Nice width, letting it fade in. And that's 4 from 4, hitting the island for our lead card.
Great shot from Luca.
Giving the gallery what they want to see and proving why they are on lead card. Luca can't capitalise, unfortunately. Feeling the nerves with the crowd?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh.
That'll do it. So Luca and I both a lot of separation from the positions above and below us on the card, so a funny feeling final hole, but you know, that's how it is. Joe's really stole the show on this one.
Joe, good birdie to finish there. He's going to finish in 6 under par. And Joe's going to make his putt now before Luca's tapped in.
There we go.
Winner of the 2022 Armageddon at Redstone, supported by Fabesco, Joseph Berry!
Cruising his way to a 10:35 rated final round to take the win comfortably.
Such a strong win from Joe. 10:30 rated.
Yeah, that was
Incredible.
amazing to watch. And what a debut on Flexline as well. He's got to be stoked with that.
What an incredible round.
Yeah, and back-to-back tournaments from Joe, so he's really on a roll at the moment.
Here we see the final results. We got Joe up in first, 27 under par for the event. Yourself, Ashton, second.
Yeah,
in
snuck up
15
there.
under par. We got Luca in third and Isaac Sassanima Howard in fourth. Have to give a massive thank you to Frabesco for being the presenting sponsor, Hayden at Dishshot for running the tournament, Bo and Norm at Redstone for the fantastic facilities, Brady, Kuech for helping film as Throwcam, thanks so much for helping with that, Tom Strawbridge for the course design, Ryan Kiddo for the setup, and the Nelson Tasman Disc Golf Club for all the work behind the scenes. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ashton.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.